What's up, nerds? I'm back again. It's WarShawbjj, and today we're going to talk about a couple of different ways to make your mount a little bit harder to escape, utilizing pressure, utilizing head control, and we'll talk about what we're doing and why we're doing it. So I got the Hemo Goblin himself, Gabe, coming in again. Hey, buddy. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down a couple of different tidbits that I use myself, controlling mount, keeping the opponent on the ground, not just threaten, but also, I like to say, smash, smother, control. So these principles come into play from here. So the first thing that I want to stop from happening is I want to stop him from building some sort of solid frame. So if you can get any contact in at my hips here, he can build frames across with the elbow inside. I don't want him to be able to do any of this. And I also want to try to prevent him from being able to pummel and drag with his legs. Because if I'm here, I'm down low, I'll turn this way so you can see, and I'm leaving this where he can kick this leg straight, he can step and turn over this leg and drag it into a half guard. So I want to stop him from being able to control that leg. So what I like to do whenever I'm here, I'm controlling the mount, the first thing I want is I want at least one underhook. If I can get both underhooks, notice how I'm using my head to steer. It's all about the control with the head. This alone by itself is nothing. Gabe's gonna be able to easily muscle his arms back in, and he ends up with pretty strong overhooks. His trap and rolls will be there. So I wanna shut this down. So I use the back of my head to steer. I walk like spiders up. You can see how I'm already getting one arm way isolated, way high, and this will fall in to several different types of submissions, that we can hit, like the head arms, other things, S mount, high mount, all sorts of attacks and setup off of this, just from this principle of utilizing your underhooks along with your head and steering. So on the other side, see how I'm just using my head to move Gabe's, right? Now, what I'm doing with my knees and my heels is also very important, because a lot of times, especially beginners, it's not their fault, but this space here, if we sprawl, we open the knees, I'm giving him escapes. It does get my hips lower, it allows me to generate more pressure, but it also gives him a way to escape, swim arms and legs through. And if there's a hole, remember that his job as the person escaping, his job is to fill it with something, put something in between us. So if I have a hole in between where he can build a solid frame, where he can push, he can move, notice how that destroys my base and allows him to enter into the guards. So what I do is for my base mount, not high mount, not the S mount, anything, I make sure that my heels are pinched under Gabe's butt, I have active toes, and I have my knees pinched. So even though I'm over the hips right now where he has tons of power, no matter how hard he bridges, and I wouldn't normally be sitting up, but no matter how hard Gabe bridges, I'm able to stay attached and ride, push my hips back over. So underhooks, knees and heels with the head all working together to keep this position controlled here. Even if I have one, I still have my underhook on this side. Even if I have just one underhook and he's able to work with this arm, I don't care if he's able to work with just one arm, because I have enough control off of this side that I can end up working into my finishes, my submissions, and my transitions off of that. So to make your mount a little bit harder to escape, make sure you're utilizing those underhooks. You're using your head, steering his, putting nice shoulder pressure, head pressure across his face. Make him turn one way, that gives him one way to work, right? If he can only turn this way, the only way he can really work is this way until he frees that. And then finally, the knees pinched tight, heels pinched under the butt. And that gives you a pretty strong mount right there off the rip. So try that at your gym. Make sure you comment, let me know how it goes. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah.